Week 14 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see this team's sure-handed wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. We're just moments away from the action. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing is Frazier. And his throw is incomplete. When you look at this defense, against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 52 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
To throw is Frazier. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Torres. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. And this pass caught by Gray. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down. Operating from the gun. Barnes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flores. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Barnes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Hand off now. It's Gray with it. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun. Barnes. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think
Automatic
about the
first down.
differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5.
Under pressure, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun. Barnes. Over the middle, complete. That's Flores. That'll go for a gain of 7, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game. There will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January. More of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Here is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Frazier. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Back to throw. Barnes. Able to find Gray here. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They'll run it now with Gray. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Frazier to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Frazier. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's going, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Frazier. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a give right side. Torres. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Frazier. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baker. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Barnes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. On the run, this is Gray. There's a nice move, and he's out right at the 25.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now Gray. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again here with Gray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Barnes. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Barnes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Frazier. Throw out wide is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Frazier. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Shoves him away, shrugs him off. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. Over the middle, complete. It's Flores. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun. Barnes.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Frazier. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Torres. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Frazier. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think
He's got him in, complete, and it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down, and his guys are going to retake the lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Operating from the gun, Barnes. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Barnes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Skylar Thompson leading the way there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Barnes. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Flores. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On the ground, it's Gray. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, it's Gray. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw, Barnes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Operating from the gun, Barnes. Looking middle, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year as they have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. The slot man in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, Frazier. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
From the gun on third down, Frazier. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Torres. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Frazier. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Torres, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Frazier. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. Torres. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off play action. Barnes.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Gray.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Gray. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Barnes. It's caught. Cameron left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Barnes. Throw complete there. Rodgers. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Barnes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun. Frazier. Throw left side complete. That's Baker. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Torres. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Stevens. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Frazier.
He'll get this to Baker.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Torres. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Torres. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Over the middle, complete. That's Flores. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gray.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Gray. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now a handoff up the middle.
Gray. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
2nd and 11.
They run the counter. It's Gray.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for our visitors, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.